Treasury Department investigators say the IRS is helping illegal immigrants defraud the government out of billions of dollars.
They are saying that the IRS was giving fake tax ID numbers, which they could then use with Social Security numbers they'd stolen, even if they didn't match, to, in some cases, get hundreds of millions of dollars per home. In fact, they were saying 10 addresses had 59,000 plus tax returns, tax refunds sent to it. Now, here's the rest of the story you're not getting out of this and that we're going to be breaking very, very soon. And believe me, this is dangerous info. Foreign governments, the Russians, the Chinese, at least that's what the top IRS people here in town are telling me. Well, let's just say high level. Don't want to give away too much. They are being told that foreign governments have gotten all these Social Security numbers that Bank of America has released, the Texas Comptroller, so much of this is happening in Texas, and that the illegals somehow get these and the foreign governments get them with the tax ID numbers the IRS will give anybody. And then they merge those and are able to get even more money and refunds and tax credits for children and things like that that don't exist. And that once it's discovered that the identity's been stolen of U.S. citizens, the IRS freezes their accounts and things, in many cases takes their money. The other big issue is they say over 70% of the new tax money and the audits they're doing are of retirees because they've retroactively changed the regulations to where now they're trying to say most of the retiree savings that are after tax money to begin with, 401ks, things like that, they're grabbing that. But a decade later, they're saying, well, you used a few $100,000 out of your retirement, and we're now saying penalties and interest. You owe us $1 million, so we're taking your $300,000 house.
There's also sanctuaries. They're not mandated to question the person's citizenship or health insurance status, and you and I pick up the tab.
I went to the emergency room, I broke my arm, local hospital where I was born, and 43 people there. No one spoke English, no one had the health insurance, they had interpreters, they had free medical care. Most people weren't sick, they were just kind of headache. When I talked to the doctor, he said that very few people of the 40-something were ill, but they used him as their general practitioner. They got wonderful care. Nothing was asked of them. They didn't have to know the language. They didn't have to have any money. They didn't have to have health insurance.
You and I would have to fill out paperwork. You and I would have to show proof of insurance.
You and I would get stuck with the bill afterwards.
And we would get stuck with the bill.
How many surgeries have you had, Angel?
I got 2.
2?
Yeah.
Did you have to go to the hospital in an ambulance?
No, they take me in a helicopter, take me at the UCLA hospital.
So the doctor's nice to you?
Oh yeah, I got a nice Chinese doctor, yeah.
I'm Fox Undercover's Mike Bodette. There's wide agreement that illegal immigrants who commit serious crimes should be deported. You'll remember that back in May, a state lawmaker in his car was hit by an illegal immigrant who was then charged with drunk driving. The illegal immigrant taunted state police, saying he'd go back to his home country of Mexico and that nothing would happen to him. Well, we discovered in some cases little does happen to illegal immigrants who commit crimes here in Massachusetts.
Soto. He likes Massachusetts so much, he was willing to come here even after he was deported. In fact, Bernabel Soto returned to Massachusetts and racked up arrest after arrest without being deported again last year, when police arrested him for dealing drugs out of a minivan. Despite giving police a false name, a Weymouth detective was able to identify Bernabel Soto and noted his long criminal record in an application for a criminal complaint. It includes a previous arrest in Weymouth in 2007 on similar charges and numerous other narcotics violations. The detective noted that Bernabel Soto had at least 10 different aliases, multiple licenses and identification cards, and faced an attempted murder charge in Puerto Rico. It's unclear how he managed to stay in this country and continue committing crimes.